Your true nature is what is always already here. Your true nature is what's under the surface. It's the things that are rising up and trying to express, but end up getting hindered or not expressed or shoved down because of shame or fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. And, a lot of that is backed up by evidence of being a child and expressing authentically and have it being rejected or resisted. And that's where those conditioned behaviors come from. That's where the falseness comes from. That's where the hiding of the true nature comes from. And the true nature is what's always there. So any path of, call it healing, is not actually it's not a process of becoming. It's not a process of getting better. It's a process of unbecoming and unwinding. And finding what has always been there, literally. It's finding what is always already the case. It's just finding what is. And this is difficult. It's honestly probably one of the more difficult things I've been through in my life is, and all of this happens on the back of awareness. Awareness is the medicine, is the only medicine. If you have experienced psychedelics, or therapy, like every shift comes on the back of awareness. Awareness is the light. It is it's the medicine. It's the cure, if you want to call it the cure. But it's the most difficult thing that you will likely ever do, because in this process of unbecoming and being authentic, some of your deepest fears will probably be realized. We built up all these mechanisms by, based on resistance from society, from our caretakers, from our siblings, from our partners, that whatever is expressing is not okay. It's, in the face of resistance to our true nature, those things get built up. So in this unbecoming, there's going to be a lot of resistance that is met. Internal resistance, stories, beliefs, identity, external resistance, and relationships will shift. Many relationships will fall away. And some of your biggest fears might be realized that in the face of your authenticity, there is rejection and abandonment. But there comes this interesting point when the authenticity and the truth of what is here, of what is wanting to express, of what is wanting to arise, trumps everything. It becomes more important because the falseness almost just feels gross. It feels wrong in the body. And that's like what causes dis-ease, is that falseness in the body manifesting as tension and stuck energy and all that stuff, all the aspects of true nature that want to move, that want to express, but get stifled. That's what causes dis-ease. And in the unraveling of that, there's going to be a lot of resistance met. It's going to be really uncomfortable. It's going to be using the light of awareness to see your own falseness and to begin to allow that authenticity, that true nature to express even in the face of resistance. So if you look at, Jesus is such a perfect, one of the biggest examples, obviously, because even in the face of, oncoming crucifixion, there was no wavering in the authenticity and the expression of the true nature, because that becomes the only important thing, really. It's the only important thing is truth, because falseness you come to realize that falseness is a disease, and it feels like a disease in the body. It is disease. But it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, because there's going to be relationships that you have to let go of, because you're standing in your own authenticity becomes more important. And being truthful, completely truthful, not just, mincing words or like shading truths or half truths, but like 100% truthful becomes the most important thing. And it's honestly, it can be really heartbreaking and really challenging. And I've experienced a shit ton of grief in that. But yeah, there just becomes like a tipping point where truth becomes primary. And everything will kind of sort itself out around you, is at that point that the purity of intent will be challenged at every turn. Life being like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? And things will fall away, and ease will come back into the body, and healing will happen, and things will manifest, and stuff will shift, and it will be beautiful and hard and sometimes heartbreaking, but ultimately so perfect. So the embrace of truth and your true nature as it is expressing in every moment will be the most challenging and difficult undertaking of your life. But I would say it's worth it.